today, Rob? Oh, feeling a bit rooted, actually. So today we're going to have a look at the app Rooted, which I don't know why it's got such a name or why they thought that'd be such a good idea. But, so it is a panic attack app. So I guess it goes to what it's deeply rooted to. They could have chose a better word, but hey. But anyway, let's explore the app and see how good it is at what it does. So, with the terrible introduction out of the way, I'm Robert Murphy and welcome to this app review. So here we're looking at Rooted. So, you can see right from our main screen here, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Now the main focus of this and how well this will work is in our big red panic button here. So we give that a press and we get an idea of how we're feeling. Now the first time that you use this, and I did take the screenshots of it, it will come up with a whole bunch of instructions about what the use of these two paths are. So if we're feeling confident or if we're feeling not good. So let's go not good for this one. Now for some reason, even though my volume's at full, as you can see, I can't get it to make any noise on this. So I have to read this little bit. So your body will make sure you return to a balanced, calm state. No matter how much your mind is trying to convince you, you won't. So these little panic buttons give you these little bits of information. What's terrifying you now will soon become memories of sensations and nothing more. Trying to calm you down. Now if we go back and we go into the confident one, if you're feeling confident that you can get over this panic attack, these sensations are just sensations and nothing more, you know that and you can handle more. So they give you these little bits to sort of calm you and jog you and settle you down a little bit. So it's quite effective at that. But if you're really in a state of anxiety, how much are you actually even going to focus on what's on the screen? So there's one little thing, it's like, yeah, well, it's good in one way, but is it that effective, really? Especially with the confident one, yeah, that'll be effective. But if you're in the midst of a panic attack, and you go, oh my God, you can trust your body to do the breathing for you, let go and let it take over. But what about all this and this and this and stuff that I'm worried about? You do not experience panic attacks 24/7. This one will end just like the rest of them. That one's quite a good one. I like that one. But it's like, are you really in that state, in that heightened state? Are you going to be paying attention to this? But anyway, it also goes through lessons. So understanding lessons, what is anxiety, the physical and mental effects, and they're just nice little text things with little cartoon animations or little drawings in there as well, just to give you a little bit of a brief on what's happening and what's going on. So here's our little thing too about what the Rooter does. Rooter Berlin Noah. So your causes and theories and so on and so forth. And your short-term lessons, so how to use the breather tool, exercise exposure, diet, and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. That is going to affect your mood and going to help you be able to improve it or at least rationalize why you're feeling the way that you are. And long-term lessons as well. So we get out of that. Now we can journal. So we go to the 18th, which I've already had a bit of a go at journaling today. So how am I feeling? I'm feeling determined. Get rid of worried. Now, all of them are the same in your journal. 3 things that you accomplished today, big or small. Could even be, I got up, I made my bed, was able to do or go to work, or something really important as well. Not that work's not important, or any of those things aren't important. So you can go through, you got 2,000 letters to write there, and additional notes too. Then you submit, and normally it'll come up with a little thing saying about you got 5 warrior points. Now we've got our breather tool. So we can choose the length of time that we want to use it for and start. Now with this, it will vibrate on the exhale. So you know when you need to inhale. Once it starts vibrating, you can turn that off. But you can also turn that off as well. And you've got your vocal coach. On your exhalation. and little tones to tell you when to do what you need to do. And a little countdown timer as well. So that's quite an effective little tool just to get you taking those breathings, get you back into your body, stop your breath from being so short. Now you've got your visualizer tool. You can see you've got a whole bunch of different little meditations here as well. So if we start our body scan one.
Begin by sitting or laying down in a position that feels comfortable for you. And wherever you feel tightness or hardness, invite in looseness and softness.
So you can see quite a basic, easy little meditation there. And your sleeper tool. So just something to get you to relax, take your mind off whatever's going on. So here we've got a campfire one, and you've got your little breather tool there as well. And that is most of it. So you've got your journey, no you don't, and my stats. So how many panic attacks you've had, or you've conquered, times in breather, all that sort of stuff. Now, also too, this seems like a new feature here. They've got online counselling with Calmary. So this is probably going to cost you a little bit more, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Online counselling things are sometimes sketchy, but this one gets you with fully licensed, thoroughly vetted therapists who draw on evidence-based approaches, rather than some of the other ones that have caught controversy over the past few years. That is basically Rooted. You've got all your learnings, a few little tools, and your panic button. So it really comes down to if and how heightened you are in that state, whether it's going to be effective or not. And if you're paying $65.99 a year for it, you do want it to be effective. You do want it to be able to do what it's going to say. Like you want it to be able to help you with those states and be able to come back down into that nice calmness. Now, I mean, the app is well presented, well done. I like it. You can hit that panic button anywhere and everywhere throughout the app. But I don't know how effective it would actually be if you're in that heightened state. The lessons will give you tools and a bit of knowledge about how to get past those states or rationalize it. So that is handy as well. But is it worth the money for that little button? The breather tool, the sleep thing, you can get those with other meditation apps and everything else as well as the visualizer stuff as well. I mean, I do like the mission that these guys are on. You have to say, like, panic attacks are becoming more frequent in society and everybody's just in this heightened stress state, especially right at this present moment where we are right now. It's a whole nother world pretty much. So I do like what they're attempting to do here. So absolute points to them for that. There's no lag, no wait time, anything with that compared to some of the other apps and their loading and their size of their files and stuff. So I guess too that suffers with the audio quality not being fantastic. You can still understand everything and everything's great, but it's not brilliant, whatever the equivalent of 4K quality is for audio stuff. So it's a bit of a not really an issue, I guess, for someone like me, but if that just irks you, that could be an issue. So this is going to be for people who do experience panic attacks, and I'm just not sure about how effective it will be. How much you're going to actually pay attention to that, or are you even going to have time to be able to actually go in and go to the app and go to the panic attack thing? Or are you just going to be so overstimulated that you can't even think straight to even go to the app or even remember that you've got it? So with that, maybe a widget where you've got a panic button on one of your home screens might even be better. But that's just a suggestion that I've just thought about. Hey, it's one of the, weaker sort of journaling apps. It's still very good at what it does in that getting you to think and feel about your accomplishments. But all up, I'm only going to rate this one a 6. It's okay, it's presented well, and it works beautifully on all that front, but its actual usefulness, I'm not quite sure, I'm not sold on it. Now you do get a 7-day free trial with it, so if it is something that you suffer with, give it a go. And maybe even with the Calmly counselling, that might even help you too. But as with everything, these apps are just a substitute or an in-between sort of thing for real treatments. So never neglect, go see your GP, go see a therapist if you can get in, or get some help if you continually suffer from these sort of things. Mental health is such a huge issue, and it takes a lot, all working parts together. So don't just rely on an app. Don't just rely on an online therapist. Maybe you need to see that, because an app too is not going to be able to give you that back and forth and think on its feet like a real therapist would, or like a real trained professional will be able to do. Take all these apps and stuff with a grain of salt. But anyway, guys, that's it for this one. What did you think of Rooted, besides the name? Leave a comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe in this video, and I'll see you in the next video.